guys, welcome back. So here I proudly present to you all my submission for Face Awards India Top 6 Challenge Bollywood meets Hollywood. I literally lived my movie dreams in making of this mini movie. After filming for 2 days and 3 days of editing, I proudly present to you all my half mummified anarkali. For this challenge, I wanted to create a fusion of the elements which you rarely see in the two, like you rarely see Indian tradition and culture in Hollywood. Same way, you will never find mummies in any of the Bollywood films. For me, I wanted to experiment with the fusion of tradition and SFX makeup, fusion of two legendary movies, Mughal Azam from Bollywood and The Mummy from Hollywood. For me, this happens when Bollywood meets Hollywood. So I hope you people like my video, and if you do, then please vote for me on Face Awards India website so that I make it to top 6. I want to do one more challenge. I'm not done with all of this. So yeah, I need your love and support in form of votes. All the voting details are mentioned in the description box below. So check them out and vote for me now, please. And to see how I created these two looks, then please keep on watching. So starting with the cap, I somehow managed to lose major footage on how I did this origami Indian cap. So you can YouTube that. Later, I wrapped it with the embroidery strips that I already had and applied these pearl strings and some feathers to complete my cap. And yes, I used hot glue gun. Be careful while you're using that. Moving on to our first major look, which is anarkalis, I started with applying Shine Killer Primer all over my face. I applied HD Studio Photogenic Foundation in shade Sand Beige all over my face and blended it out using a damp beauty blender. Now all the products will be mentioned in the description box below, so don't worry about me going so fast because I have a lot of footage to fit into 15 minutes. I'm then applying gotcha covered concealer in shade Light underneath my eyes and setting it in using translucent powder. I'm then contouring my face using Wonder Stick in shade Universal and blending it out, setting it in using When Leopards Get a Tan bronzer, giving a little bit of color to my face and carving out my face at the same time. Cleaning out my contour using some translucent powder here and applying ombre blush in shade Strictly Chic on the apples of my cheeks. Amazing blusher, I'm just in love with it. I then set my face using matte finish long lasting setting spray so that the makeup lasts all day long, and then highlighted my face using some highlighter. Moving on to my eyes, I first applied eyeshadow base in White Pearl. And then set it in using the nude shadow from Full Throttle Stunner palette. I have set the eyeshadow base with it first, and then picking up the brown shade from the same palette, I applied it in my crease to deepen my crease as I have hooded eyes. Later, to intensify the crease to add more depth to it, I picked up the dark brown shade from Dreamcatcher palette and applied it just underneath where I had applied the earlier brown eyeshadow. For the rest of my lid, I applied Hot Singers eyeshadow in shade Electroshock. I'm packing it on the rest of my eye and blending it out. For my inner corner and brow bone, I picked up this first eyeshadow which has gold reflexes in it from Dreamcatcher palette and applied it in the inner corner and the brow bone. And wherever I had applied Electroshock eyeshadow, the blue eyeshadow, I topped it with Glitter Mania glitter in shade Blue. A beautiful old-time winged eyeliner using 2-timer, Kohl pencil and felt tip liner, and some lashes to add a lot of glam. For my lower lash line, I first buffed in the brown eyeshadow from Full Throttle eyeshadow palette and then filled in my waterline and tightlined my eyes using gel liner and smudger in shade Jet Black, and topped my lower lashes and upper lashes using Propel My Eyes mascara. For my brows, I used Brow Cake powder in shade dark brown, filled in my brows and then topped them up using tinted brow mascara in shade Espresso. For my lips, I chose a bold lip. This one is soft matte lip cream in Monte Carlo. I am in love with this lip shade. To complete the anarkali look, I then made some kiss curls on my forehead and set them in using a very strong hold hairspray, and got into the costume and wore some jewelry to complete the look. Moving on to our second major look, which is half mummified anarkali. I again started by applying some shine killer primer all over my face, and then using a nude pencil I mapped out where the half mummy is gonna go and where the half anarkali is gonna go. So the other half I filled in with white body paint, and for the leftover half of my face I did the same makeup which anarkali was wearing in the last look. To define the two different areas, I outlined it using gel liner and smudger in shade Jet Black. So I just drew edges to my partition to give it a more 3D look. Later on, I am adding more cracks, again to show as if a lot of my skin has fallen off in the decay process. And then filling in the edges with white liner to enhance the 3D effect. Now using Smoke and Mirrors Hot Singles eyeshadow, I am adding shadow to my other half of the face to enhance the 3D effect, and using Dreamcatcher palette, I mixed in brown and bronze shade from the same palette and contoured my face, added more dimension to my face and giving my face a more decayed and sunken look, picking up more gray shadows to enhance the effect. Using a white liner, I then mapped out wherever I wanted the bandages to go. I wanted to draw the bandages to add more value to my look instead of sticking on bandages. So here I am just applying white body paint and creating some bandages using again Smoke and Mirror Hot Singles eyeshadow. I am adding shadow to my bandages to give them a more 3D look, and then using gel liner and smudger in shade Jet Black, I outline my bandages. I outline them in a way as if they're very torn and old. With no extra product on the brush, and whatever that is left, I then added shading to my gauge, to my bandages, giving them a more gauge look, and using 2-timer felt tip liner, I am then drawing decay spots on my face. Moving on to my eyes, I first applied eyeshadow base in shade White Pearl all over my eyelid and then set it in using the white shade from Dreamcatcher palette. Then I applied the grey eyeshadow from the Dreamcatcher palette into my crease to give my mummy a bit of crease, and then applied a little bit of it on the outer corner as well to add depth to my eyes. Propel my eyes mascara on my upper and lower lashes, and then fake lashes to my mummy. Of course, the mummy is still very glam. Then filling in my waterline and tightlining my eyes using gel liner and smudger in shade Jet Black, and intensifying my decay spots using whatever that is left on the brush. Moving on to my neck and my chest, I'm gonna do the same thing. First apply body paint all over there, and then draw the bandages using a white liner, fill them in using white body paint, outline them using gel and smudger liner in shade Jet Black, shade them. Whatever that I have done on my face, I'm going to do that to my chest and my neck. using Smoke and Mirrors Hot Single Eyeshadow. Again, I'm giving the shadow to my bandages to give them a more 3D look, and using shades of different grays, browns and bronzes from Dreamcatcher palette, I'm enhancing my features and giving them more sunken look. And for my lips, I first applied white liner all over them and then filled in the lines and the creases that you naturally have on your lips using liquid suede lipstick in or put it on to give a more cracked out lips look. Later, I got into the costume of Anarkali and wore some jewelry to give an Indian touch to my mummy. And that's the final look, guys. I hope you people like this video. If you did, then please go and vote for me. And thank you for watching. I love you guys so much. Do give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, I see you later. Bye.